What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy MrBaboon back with a reaction video. This time we have top 20 cartoon fan theories that will ruin your childhood. And this is uploaded by Watch Mojo. I'm going to have the link for the video and the link for the channel down below in the description. So make sure you guys check the video out, check the channel out, all that good stuff. Like, subscribe to them, like, subscribe to me, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. We're gonna watch this, react to it. We're gonna see. Hopefully, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of cartoons we all pretty much know of. Maybe, hopefully, maybe. Who knows? Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. If you guys are new, check the description. Like I said, link for the video and the channel will be down below. Share the video if you guys think someone else would enjoy. I think without that being said, I think let's go and get into the reaction. Let's see.
Territorial. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 cartoon fan theories. For this list, we're looking at fan theories surrounding our favorite innocent cartoon shows or animated films, no matter how much weight they have to them. Warning, this video may or may not ruin your childhood. Number 20, economic depression. Scooby-Doo, where are you?
He wanted to scare us off so he could pick up the land cheap. And I'd have done it too, if you kids hadn't come along.
Perhaps it wasn't just the monsters that Mystery Incorporated had to be afraid of. According to one theory, the original Scooby-Doo series was actually set during a time when the economy had gone bust. Things were so dire that even well-known individuals like celebrities, intellectuals, and so forth became criminals to survive the desperate financial climate, all while dressing up as creatures so that the blame would not be put on them.
Does this seaweed help remind you of that picture on Widow Cutler's wall?
I love Scooby-Doo.
It might sound like a stretch, but you gotta admit there were a lot of abandoned buildings and downtrodden areas on that show. Sign of the times?
Well, the tracks clearly lead into that old mill.
Number 19. Claw is Gadget. Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, I've seen this. Yo, this would like come on like Saturdays, and it would of course not when it first came out. It would come on I don't remember what channel, but like when I was younger, it would come on. It was pretty cool.
This fan theory is a shot to the heart of this lighthearted cartoon about everyone's favorite robotic detective. The theory in question states that Dr. Claw is actually the real, or at least the original Inspector Gadget, who supposedly died via an explosion. His genius niece Penny then created a robotic replica out of grief.
It's time to throw in the sponge.
This would explain why Gadget pretty much always escapes from the villain's clutches unscathed.
These robots are useless. They're weak and feeble like you.
He wouldn't want to actually harm his own niece and only wants to destroy his mechanical replacement. It also explains why we never actually see Dr. Claw's face.
My plan was foolproof, but not gadget-proof.
Number 9. Bill Dauterive is Bobby Hill's father, King of the Hill.
Bobby?
I actually read about this theory, and I mean, I feel like it makes sense.
Do you take Luann to be your lawful wedded wife, to have and to hold, to love and to cherish till death do you part?
That sounds like a yes to me.
It's fair to say that not all children turn out like their parents, whether it's in appearance or personality. But when it comes to Hank and Bobby, the difference is like night and day. Along with how dissimilar they are, fans of the show have pointed out that there are hints that Bill might actually be Bobby's biological father.
My dad didn't buy me a car when I turned 16. He sold me one, and it was a lemon. Taught me the value of $1.
My dad never sold me anything.
You've got the physical likeness and the fact that the two spend so much time together bonding. Not to mention the little fact that Hank has a rather narrow urethra, which the Hills were originally told meant that they could never have children. Damn, Hank, you may be the king, but from the sounds of it, someone got with your queen.
The lab reports confirm it, although I suspected as much when it took you 30 minutes to produce a urine sample.
Hey, you want it done quick or you want it done right?
Hank, please calm down.
Number 17. The Flintstones live in the future. The Flintstones.
Isn't this fun?
It would be if you'd stop choking me.
If you thought Bedrock's favorite family was kicking it back in the Stone Age, then this theory will make you think again. Evidence for this one comes from the 1978 TV movie The Jetsons Meet the Flintstones, where a malfunction with a time machine leads two of animation's most beloved families to share the screen.
I think Daddy's got a new favorite now, Mom. Playing horsey bat.
How does this support the theory? Well, the time machine was created by Elroy Jetson to bring his family to the future. That is, further in time than the future in which they already live. But what if the machine actually worked?
They're out of the past, all right. Some kind of crazy flying nuts.
We know the Jetsons live in the sky, and perhaps they're doing that to avoid the nuclear wasteland below that's been brewing into another Stone Age.
Maybe we've gone so far into the future, the time has started all over again.
I wonder if they know any other words.
That means the Flintstones is actually set in a post-apocalyptic future, instead of thousands of years in the past. Number 16, Nazi propaganda, the Tom and Jerry franchise.
I love Tom and Jerry too. Tom and Jerry
You know
is
the
so
drill.
good.
Tom Cat tries his best to take out his mousy nemesis
what did they
Jerry
say
with
this
all
is?
manner of nefarious and ill-conceived ideas. But were you aware that these two are the physical representation of countries? That's right.
No.
Someone out there posted a theory that states Tom and Jerry represent the Tommies and Jerrys, also known as the British and the Germans, during the early years of World War II.
Really?
So if you put that into context, we've been watching Nazi Germany outdo the Brits with their superior intelligence all these years. Number 15, Peach Creek is purgatory.
Ed and Eddie.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Try to contain yourself, Eddie. The adrenaline of irreverence can be quite overwhelming.
Did you ever wonder why we never
It's
saw Ed,
amazing.
Ed, and Eddie's parents and why they were perpetually stuck in the cul-de-sac? Well, this theory says it's because they're all stuck in purgatory.
I was asked to mend the curtains by Mother. Every child should start their day by completing the task set upon them by their parents.
No, we're not kidding. Each character apparently died as a child at different points in time, and now remains confined to their suburban afterlife. For example, Rolf spends most of his time with farm animals because he died in 1903.
Why do I condone such behavior?
Eddie is so obsessed with money and wealth because he died during the Great Depression, and Ed loves comic books so much because he died right as their popularity soared, near the end of the Second World War.
There is no X, Ed!
Number
What?
If there's one thing we know,
That's
it's
crazy.
chicken, chicken, and chicken. More to love,
That's
Tyson.
crazy.
I
did
just
not
switched to
know about
Verizon
that
Business
theory.
Unlimited. It is just right for my little business.
I didn't.
Unlimited premium
That's
data.
crazy. Let me
Unlimited
know if you guys
hotspot
feel about
data.
some
You know,
of
it's
these
from the
yet.
most reliable 5G network in
Let me know if you
America.
guys are
When
still
it comes
watching
to
the
your
video. Like,
business,
comment,
not all
subscribe,
bars are
turn on
created
post
equal. So
notifications.
switch to Verizon Business Unlimited today.
Number 14, post-traumatic stress disorder, the Donald Duck franchise. It's no secret that Donald doesn't exactly have the best temperament, and that he goes on the odd rant every now and again. While most of us just find it funny and associate it with his character, some have claimed that his escalating rage is a result of his PTSD. How did he get such a thing? Well, as a Second World War paratrooper, poor old Donald was used for plenty of military propaganda back in the day, with one cartoon showing him fighting against the Japanese by himself. That's bound to drive anyone over the edge. Number 13, Charlie Brown is dying of cancer, the Peanuts franchise.
What? I didn't hear about this one
You
either.
thought Charlie Brown was just an unlucky
don't
kid who
think.
happened to have a
Unless
receding
I
hairline?
forgot.
Actually, according to this theory, he's got terminal cancer.
Would you like to buy a nice
Dale?
Christmas wreath? Merry Christmas anyway, sir. God bless us, everyone.
Not horrifically dark enough for you? The reason he always seems so down and life doesn't seem to give him a break is that his adventures and entire life are all an illusion. In other words, nothing but a dream created out of sadness for his brief existence.
I just can't seem to do anything right.
Each of his failures is just his own misery manifesting itself. Try to watch any Charlie special now without feeling hollow inside.
I think I need help. Everything I do turns to failure.
Number 12, Shared Universe, Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack is so good too.
Crossovers are nothing new, and if fans even get a whiff that some of their favorite cartoons are entangled in some subtle or overt way, you can be sure they will find evidence of it. Given the history of Cartoon Network's properties making random cameos between shows, it's no surprise people latched onto this particular theory, which is that apparently everyone's favorite time-traveling samurai was roaming around the post-apocalyptic but past version of Townsville this whole time. Given the identical landmarks seen throughout some episodes, the idea certainly has some merit. Meanwhile, there are others who insist that Jack and Professor Utonium are the same person. Aw man, time travel makes our heads spin.
Hush now. You just let your Professor Wessie take care of this.
Number 11. Wally doomed the Earth. Wally. Wally's a lovesick robot that travels the stars to be with the one he loves and has a voice that just makes you want to pinch his metallic cheeks. Well, what you didn't know about him is that this little guy actually doomed the planet.
Wait, what?
Didn't you wonder why the planet was covered in garbage at the beginning of the Pixar flick? That's
did.
because, according to this theory, Wally destroyed all of the other robots, took what he needed from their bodies to fix himself up, kept certain items of trash to decorate his home instead of compacting them, and left the robo corpses of his fellow brethren scattered across the wasteland that was once Earth. Thanks, Wally! Number 10. Mr. Crocker's ulterior motives. The Fairly Odd Parents. Brace yourself, people, because this one is bleak.
Can we please let people go to sleep now?
Some fans theorize that
Really
Cosmo
good
and
show.
Wanda could actually be metaphors for antidepressants. Well, this theory takes things a step further by stating that they are delusions of Timmy Turner's actual deceased godparents.
Do you feel Timmy learned a huge life lesson without us? Maybe it would be better if we didn't exist.
He imagines them watching over him and granting his wishes, all in a bid to keep himself happy. Since his real parents don't care about him, he has one heck of a volatile babysitter, and Mr. Crocker's scheme to capture his fairy godparents is in reality just him making sexual advances on Timmy. Yeesh.
I already paid $400 to rent this ice cream truck and this stupid costume.
Number 9. Winnie and Friends' Mental Disorders.
What?
The Winnie the Pooh franchise. The classic
I
tales
have
of
heard
Pooh Bear
about
and his
this one.
friends are beloved by children and adults everywhere. This makes things especially lovely considering this theory in which the timeless characters have each been diagnosed with a psychiatric disorder. We are not joking. Goes like this. Pooh is impulsive with obsessive fixations.
So Pooh ate and ate and ate.
Piglet has general anxiety.
Do the bees know the plan?
Tigger has ADHD.
Why? That's what Tiggers do best.
Owl is dyslexic. Rabbit has OCD. And not surprisingly, Eeyore is a major depressive.
Scrumming for fun and it makes you think. Oh, for the life of a man.
We could have seen the Eeyore one coming, but does
Yeah.
this maybe mean Christopher Robin is their therapist? Number 8. Pinky is the genius. Pinky in the brain.
Just one question, though.
Yes, Pinky?
Where are we going to get all those harmonicas?
How can one of cartoon's most
I
lovable
watched this
idiots
too when I was
possibly be
there.
smarter than the megalomaniacal mouse who dreams of taking over the world? Well, what if the brain is so loco in the head that all his thoughts of world domination are the result of madness?
We shall found a nation, and that nation shall be called Brainania.
The pair's endeavors could be nothing more than delusions in his oversized head. But even if they aren't, you only need to look a little more closely to see that more often than not, it's Pinky's observations and comments that make the most logical sense compared to the brain's ramblings. One is a genius, the other's insane. But which is which?
I have obtained this rare prototype dilithium matrix chip.
Yummy! Does that go with onion dip?
If it did, Pinky, your dippy brains would be the perfect accompaniment.
Number 7. The Pokemon War. Pokemon.
Pikachu!
I used to watch a lot of Pokemon too.
For an anime about fighting pocket monsters, there doesn't really seem to be any horrifically mature content in Pokemon, at least as far as the original season is concerned. Or is there? According to this theory, the amount of gym leaders and organized crime, plus the fact that Ash and Gary are both missing parents, is because they are the generation born after a terrible war fought with Pokemon.
You think you can play with the big boys? I'll send you home crying.
Yeah, I did not know about this theory.
While this creepypasta may seem more concrete with the video games, it does raise some interesting points. Where is Ash's dad anyway?
Mom, you're embarrassing me. In front of all these people? Don't you know I'm a big kid now?
Number 6. Timmy's on antidepressants, the Fairly Odd Parents.
I don't see a smiling face.
Huh.
There it is!
No, we're not done with Fairly Odd Parents just yet. While you may have thought that Timmy Turner was a lucky little boy with fairy godparents that could grant his every wish,
Hello, Timmy. Shall we go for a ride?
this theory proposes what you were actually seeing was a metaphor for Timmy taking antidepressants to ensure he made it through the day. How does this make sense? Well, this theory states that this scenario is possible because the godparents only appear when Timmy's life starts to take a tumble, but they aren't around when he doesn't need them.
Little freedom fighter.
We'll get you out of here.
On top of this, too much use of their magic is shown to have disastrous results on Timmy personally.
Go to your room and don't come out until you learn responsibility for other people's property.
Number 5. Comatose Ash, the Pokemon franchise.
And I hereby declare to the Pokemon of the world, I will be a...
I would say so far, there's definitely a good bit of theories I have not heard of on this list. So far it's already a really good list. And we're only on number 5, I think.
Pokemon Master.
A lot of entries on this list involve the fantastical elements of their respective shows being nothing more than figments of the imagination.
Pokeball, go! I did it!
Well, this one deals with an entire world being made up in the mind of a comatose Ash Ketchum.
You really saved us, Ash. No way. We did it together.
One theorist makes the point that the tone of Pokemon became much lighter after Ash was struck by lightning in an earlier episode. Ever since then, Team Rocket became much less menacing, and the 10-year-old can somehow traverse freely in the world without consequence. The fact that there are multiple Nurse Joys and Officer Jennys, plus countless other examples, seems to support the idea that his dream to become a Pokemon master may actually just be a dream after all. Number 4, the 7 Deadly Sins.
Wait, what?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
You know, do some detective work.
Detective
My
work.
sister used to
I'm
watch
going
it
undercover.
all the time.
Who would have guessed that Bikini Bottom's most
I'll watch it a
iconic
couple
residence
times, too.
would actually represent something as dark as the 7 Sins? It's not all that crazy when you think about it.
Really?
SpongeBob has a lust for life, while Pearl is obsessed with males. Mr. Krabs is the greediest thing under the sea. Sandy takes great pride in her work. Patrick bests everyone when it comes to sloth. Both Gary and Mrs. Puff have been shown to be quite gluttonous. Plankton is obviously envious of the Krusty Krab's success. And Squidward, well, we all know how wrathful SpongeBob makes him. Turns out this show attracts weird theories, since there's another one that suggests these 7 represent narcotics.
All right, pal. Make with a relaxing foot massage. Pronto.
Sorry, your hour's up.
Number 3, all in Angelica's imagination. Rugrats.
I'm just gonna say it, Drew. She's the most beautiful little girl I've ever seen.
No question about it, little brother.
Speaking of dreams, in this fan theory, it turns out all those adorable babies on Rugrats were nothing more than projections of a 3-year-old's psychological breakdown. We all thought Angelica was just moody because of her age and spoiled upbringing, but here it's said that her attitude is actually due to the traumatic events of the Rugrats' deaths.
Yeah, when it happens to you guys, maybe that's what you should do. Happens to us!
Yep. Apparently, Chucky died with his mother in a crash, which is why his father is always overly worried about him, and Tommy was stillborn, which is why Uncle Stu is constantly making toys, i.e. for the son he never had.
Could be.
As for the DeVille twins, they were just a projection of an aborted baby. So Angelica projected them as identical twins since the gender remained unknown.
Come to TurboTax.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And
That's a crazy theory.
do your taxes. Meet with an expert who will do them for you, so you can do not taxes.
Like just that, like that's just it's
You've
so
thumbed
much
through
to it.
every recipe, every
Come
book.
on.
Search through all the web and still got
Come on,
nothing to cook.
skip. Thank you.
Unknown. Number 2, there are no monsters.
Wait,
Courage the
what?
Cowardly Dog.
I love this show too.
What's your offer?
Despite his timid nature in the face of the supernatural horrors going on in the middle of nowhere, Courage never fails to protect his owners from the many monsters and psychopaths that seem to come their way. This would all be fine and dandy, except what if they're not all as scary as he thinks they are?
Booga booga booga!
Given that he's just a dog, and the world probably looks a lot different to him. The entire show could be nothing more than Courage's canine perception tricking him into thinking he and his humans are in danger, when the truth is, all those monsters he thinks he's seeing are just people. But to be honest, we're not sure if that's uplifting or even more depressing.
The show don't go on for hours, but I can get you in real quick, like.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for a
link in the description for the video and the channel link as well. Check the description out.
Occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Allegory for the Holocaust. Toy Story 3.
What? You want your mommy back? She never loved you. Don't be such a baby!
There is no doubt that the third installment of the Toy Story franchise is definitely the darkest. However, we bet that you wouldn't have guessed that the Oscar-winning computer animated movie also seems to have some unsettling parallels to the Holocaust.
Yeah, I know, it looks bad, but guys, you gotta believe me.
First off, the toys are forced to leave their home and then find themselves at Sunnyside Daycare, where they're imprisoned and routinely mistreated and injured.
My tail! Where's my tail?
Near the film's climax, there's a scene that looks like they're all about to perish in an incinerator together. If you replace a few of those key characters and locations with some of the victims and perpetrators of World War II, there's definitely a disturbing similarity. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip.
That is crazy. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Make sure you guys do like. I know I said it a lot. Like a lot. I know I said this a lot, but one more time. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Share the video if you guys do enjoy. Check the description out. I think that's going to do it. I got another video I got to go do. This was a really well done video. There was a lot of fan theories I've never heard of. There was definitely a good bit that I did not hear of. But there was definitely a few that I have heard of. But, I mean, it's really good. Really good video. I will see you guys in the next time. Positivity is key. Motivation is key. Happiness is key. You guys stay safe. Watch out for each other. I'll see you guys in the next one.